Raid.
Next on Sunrise, calls for police reform across the country and what Minneapolis is doing to push it forward.
Ice, snow, and bitter cold continue to hit states that aren't used to wicked winter weather. We're tracking the storm as it heads east and have the latest on how people are struggling without power and heat.
And a few periods with clouds, couple flurries today ahead of our next surge of cold air. Get ready for dangerously low wind chills tomorrow morning.
Plus, Netflix crackdown, how the streaming service plans to keep you honest with your password. They've finally unveiled their step-by-step details on what you'll need to do. It's Thursday, February 2nd. You're watching KARE 11 News Sunrise.
Good morning, woodchuck chuckers.
Oh my gosh.
It's Groundhog Day. Look at that tambourine go.
Oh.
We are taking a live picture right now from Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. Phil, he's been sleeping all night. And he's
How
getting
is
ready.
he sleeping right now?
He's used to this, Rena. He's a magical rodent. He's getting ready to come out of his burrow and either tell us good news or bad news. Rena's thinking he's going to be cranky because they've been partying all night in Puxatawny.
They got fireworks going off. They got that goofy looking band. That guy's wearing an eagle hat, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, what is legitimately happening right now?
These are my kind of people. Just
oh
a
my
party.
gosh. Guy, it's on Alicia's bucket list to go see this event
I'm
at some point.
manifesting it. I'm putting it out there to the Tegna gods. Send me there next year.
Alicia, no. We want to save you. Don't do that. That was not the vibe. That was not my type of party. But, you know, it's fun, though, right? I get it, right? The atmosphere there is definitely one to be had. All right. Well, we have a lot going on here, so let's get to the graphics, though. Serious note, wind chill advisory goes in effect this evening. That kicks off at 6 p.m., so get ready for wind chills to plummet throughout the daytime. It feels like zero now. Temperatures right around 10 degrees. We'll continue to see temperatures rise earlier this morning. We'll see a high temperature of 12. Cold blows in. We'll see some gusts up to near 30 miles per hour. That's going to usher in colder air. We could even see a brief period of flurries this morning. Otherwise, we'll see a brief period of just kind of gray skies, cloudy conditions. Bitter cold tonight into tomorrow morning. More on that coming up in just a bit.
6:02 on this Thursday. A look at the roads. Unfortunately, we do have a crash blocking the right shoulder and right lane now. 694 westbound at Highway 10, not far from Shoreview. It is jamming things up. We'll give you a check of the map. You can see that just as people are getting off of 35W, it's right there in the North Metro. So just a heads up because it is causing a slowdown. Now to our top story. Today marks 1 year since the police shooting death of 22-year-old Amir Locke.
You might remember a Minneapolis SWAT officer shot and killed him after executing a no-knock warrant at an apartment building downtown. Now, this afternoon, community members will come together at the state capitol to remember his life. Cece's in the newsroom now with more details on today's gathering. Good morning, Cece.
Good morning. 3:45 this afternoon is the time when family and friends will come together for a rally and also an Angelversary vigil. They're asking people to come out and continue to celebrate Amir's life, but today is also a call for justice. That's because shortly after Amir's death, the news broke that no charges would be filed against the officers involved in serving that no-knock warrant. Today's rally and vigil comes on the heels of Tyre Nichols' death and the resurgence of police reform conversations. Many are calling for changes at the federal level, but there's really been no concrete movement. In the meantime, cities across the country, including here in Minneapolis, are trying to tackle reform on their own. Minneapolis is putting together a new board of 15 people to look at department policies complaints against police officers. They'll start doing that this spring.
I think people who view civilian oversight as important want it to be more effective.
Coming up in about 30 minutes, we look deeper into what the new Minneapolis board will do and also the bill on the federal level that many people say will help with police reform.
I promise you the only thing that's keeping me going is the fact that I really truly believe my son was sent here on an assignment from God.
Emotional words from Tyre Nichols' mother at his funeral in Memphis. She says a higher purpose is what is getting her through. Her son, who died after being beaten by police last month, was laid to rest yesterday. Civil rights leaders, families of others who died at the hands of police, and Vice President Kamala Harris were there to remember him.
This violent act was not in pursuit of public safety. It was not in the interest of keeping the public safe, because one must ask, was not it in the interest of keeping the public safe that Tyre Nichols would be with us here today?
Now the vice president and others are calling on Congress to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. It would aim to ban chokeholds, no-knock warrants, and other policing reforms.
We have an update this morning to the shooting at a St. Paul Rec Center. Family members have identified the 16-year-old who was shot as Javon Turner. According to a GoFundMe page, he was shot in the head and has a long road to recovery ahead of him. His family says he considered the Jimmy Lee Rec Center a safe place to hang out after school. An adult employee is charged in the shooting. It's been 1 year since the deadly shooting of 15-year-old Jamari Rice outside of a school in Richfield. Now the man accused of killing him, Fernando Valdez Alvarez, is pleading guilty to second-degree unintentional murder and first-degree assault. Another man, Alfredo Salas, was convicted of assault in the case. The shooting also left 2 other teens hurt. Alvarez faces sentencing later this month. The Brooklyn Park 6-year-old who was hit by a school bus is now getting support from his community. The kindergartner's principal set up a GoFundMe that's already raised more than $7,600. The money will help as Osman is recovering from his injuries after a bus ran him over when dropping him off at his Brooklyn Park home last week. Police say he was rushed to the hospital and has undergone multiple surgeries for severe injuries to his legs, abdomen, and pelvis, with more surgeries likely to come. He's still in intensive care and is in stable condition.
In a few hours, educators from across Minnesota will come together at the Capitol to rally for a new education policy. Educators for Excellence are holding a press conference in St. Paul at 8:30 to talk about their hopes for new equity-focused policies. The group is pushing for better school funding, a more diverse teacher base, and the end of discipline disparities within schools. They'll also be meeting with lawmakers to advocate for more student-focused policies. The federal interest rate is going up again. The central bank announced that it is raising rates 0.25%. That is a fraction of the massive 0.75% raises it has implemented in recent months. This is the smallest hike since March, and investors are likely to see that as a positive sign. The Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says more increases will likely happen all year as inflation continues. Turning now to the deadly winter storm that is slamming Texas. This morning, we're learning that more than 340,000 people are waking up without power. But it's the ice-covered roads that are really causing the problems. The system is now in its 4th day. Officials tell NBC News at least 6 people have died in connection with that storm.
Guy's joining us now. Guy, where's the storm headed next?
Yeah, it's really hitting the southern plains, and it's going to continue to track eastward towards the mid-Atlantic. I mean, we almost saw a year in the Washington, D.C. area in the mid-Atlantic without snow, and this same system, dumped a little bit of snow in that side of the country here. So you got some snow showers stretching across portions of the mid-Atlantic all the way down to, of course, our hot spots where around this time of season, not uncommon for places like Dallas to see ice storms, but it's the significance and the strength of this system that's really just causing a lot of slowdowns with millions under winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and ice warnings as well. You can see that as well in the Dallas area, and that's going to continue to stretch northward even into portions of Memphis, Arkansas, and rain also going to be a big factor for the southeast later on this afternoon. So definitely something to keep our eyes on. If you have any friends, family from that area of the country, definitely wouldn't hurt to just give a check on them, see how they're doing. Right now it's 10. We'll continue to see temperatures rise this morning before temperatures take a tumble later on this afternoon and evening. We already have wind chill advisories going in effect this evening at 6. It feels like sub-zero out there for some of us, but lots going on with the winds picking up, turning gusty today. Few flurries possible briefly this morning, and then the falling temperatures. Look at around 7, 8 a.m. wind chills still above that 0-degree mark, but once we get to around 8, 9 later this morning, we're talking about sub-zero wind chills. That's going to continue throughout the evening hours. 6 o'clock this evening, we're already talking about wind chills 15 to 20 below on the skin, and it's only going to continue to go down through tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be a cold one, so get those layers ready to go. Next 12 hours, again, brief period of some clouds, a few flurries later this morning, lots of sunshine coming for the end of the day, plus windy. Winds will finally relax tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, look at the below, 14 below. That's our low air temperatures making it that low. Of course, that's before you factor in the wind chills. But I do have some better news for, you folks who really aren't a fan of the frigid air. Look at Friday night, temperatures rise. Already on Saturday, temperatures approaching the freezing mark. That is progress.
All right, Guy, thank you. Well, hey, it's a story you might see on your timeline this morning. A JV basketball coach suits up in the team's uniform, pretending to be a teenage player during a game.
Yeah, in just 3 minutes, we're going to have the video that is, you got to see to believe.
And it's the password change Netflix has been warning us that is coming. The breakdown of how this could change your streaming habits.
Then at 6:15, local creators coming together for a unique event, and it's happening right here in the Twin Cities. We're giving you a preview of the interactive experience. And parents out there, what is the one must-have item, I should say, that you need for your kid or you needed when they were little that you've absolutely loved?
Yeah, there's so many things out there that are great to have and other things that you just could toss out. So
Yeah.
we've been getting a ton of responses from you, our viewers, on great items. Keep them coming. You can text us or reach out on social media. The number to text those, 763-797-7215. And we'll share some of our favorites a little later on Sunrise. And coming up, we're going to share what to expect picks for the best baby product trends of 2023. In the meantime, here's my husband, Nico, who was forced to make this video. He's still angry with me on one of our favorite baby items. Take a look.
This is our parenting must-have. The Quick Seat by Chico. Easy to install on any table. Remy didn't really like the high chair, so this is a great replacement for it. Easy to store, easy to install. $80 on Amazon. Best thing ever.